saw it in my life that at one time I was so busy doing God's work, I had no time for God. I wish you could understand that there is a time where you can be so busy doing God's work, you are actually not having enough time for God. You can be so busy preaching one conference to another, but there is no time for you with God. And mistakes are bound to happen when that happens. It's not because you are evil, it's because you have no time for yourself with God. Just you two. I learned the power of silence from my father, Pastor Chris. This is what I'm teaching you here, is the supernatural power of silence. There is a power in an area where you are silent with God only, because the Bible says in the book of Isaiah, the God who hides himself is only found by those who hide themselves. When last did you hide? When last did you go in your own location to hide? When last? After Jesus came down and healed Peter's mother-in-law, the Bible says he went to a mountain and he began to pray. He retreated and came back in power. The Bible says, and he healed all who were sick. All, not one was left feeble. All who were sick. Why? The power of returning. The Bible says he went to a mountain, and when he came down, they said they sought to touch him, and he retreated, he ran away. They wanted to just touch him, and he ran away. Why? He knew there was the place he needed to recharge. Your problem, my sister, my brother, you have no place where you hide. Everyone is your friend. Don't be everywhere. And the Bible says he came down and a woman touched the hem of his garment. Touched. And notice the word touched there is the word hapto. It means to ignite with fire. He had so much power that when the woman touched, there was fire. The Bible tells us that this same woman, by the same power, this same woman, by the same power, she kept on saying, if I may but touch the hem of his garment. She kept on saying it. She kept on saying it. She kept on saying it. Where? When she had nobody near her. Why? Because the Bible tells us when you have something like this, they would put you away so you won't be among people. So she had time to be alone. Turn to your neighbor and say, you are talking to too many people. You can stand where you are there and people say, who is the best friend of your man of God? Zero. What about your woman of God? Who is your best? Zero. Our lives are brilliant. We can have sisters and brothers, but never best friends. Turn to your neighbor again and say, friends are overrated. After Jesus came in that power, the Bible tells us that the woman tried to touch the hem of her garment and grabbed it, and power was released. Why? Jesus had just gone to a certain area of silence. How many of you can really dedicate your life to a life of silence? The Bible says a fool speaks all that is in her heart. A wise man keeps his tongue, but a foolish one releases everything in his mind, everything. That's why the wise man runs when trouble is seeking, but the foolish one goes after the trouble. It's your mouth that is killing you. There is a level of silence, something you cultivate. After Jesus healed everybody, he went up to the mountain again, and guess what? A few hours later he was walking on water. He knew the power to do this one has to be gotten in a secret location. There is power in silence. You see, when we come to you saying we are fixing your problem, we are assured by the silence we created. There is a secret location I go to. If you get to our Good News City now, there's an altar somewhere I go to. When I call it an altar, I don't call it an altar the way others are now preaching altars. No, it's just a location I pray in. When did you locate your own prayer altar? When last were you in that silent location, a private location where you only can empower? Right now, as I'm talking about prayer right now, your life is like, it's like I'm talking about a foreign language. Your prayer life is 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And some of you just came here so that I can say money is coming to you. Yes, I'm here to create a church where you don't need a preacher. You come to church only to hear what you heard as a confirmation.